have been having a look at online job listings recently, not because I want one, God no, but because some of them are ridiculously delusional. You'll see a listing for an entry-level position that requires 15 years of experience, a PhD, the ability to operate heavy machinery while speaking fluent Mandarin, and the salary will be like £9.50 an hour. So today, we're going to be looking at some of the most outrageous job listings. Sales rep job posting, meat eaters only. What? The pay is 300 to 500 grand a year. Man, if I was a vegan and I saw this 500 grand a year sales position, I would eat a cow alive. 500 grand a year. I'm guessing, okay, right. I'm going to guess it's not actually a $500,000 salary or even a $300,000 salary. I'm guessing it'll be a thing of like, oh, if you perform to the top, almost impossible level, you might, if you're really lucky, make 300 grand. But realistically, you're probably going to be on about 20 grand a year. We're hiring savages. Oh no, we're hiring savages. We're hiring savages. Oh god, only meat eaters need apply. If you've ever cried in a sales meeting, stop reading now. Why do they only need meat eaters? Is it because they kind of see vegetarians and vegans as pussies? Is everyone at this company on the fucking carnivore diet? Have you seen that? I mean, I did a video about it on my other channel a while ago, but there's like a massive movement at the moment. And I actually got told off a lot in the comments for it because a lot of people were like, oh, it's actually really healthy. It's actually really good for you to just eat meat and animal products. You don't know anything about science. And I know, I don't know anything about science, but I can say for near certain the carnivore diet isn't a normal thing to do. And I know that's gonna bring a lot of angry people in my comments. I don't care. The fucking carnivore diet people have a surprising amount of shooters for them. But there's just people that will defend them tooth and nail online for some reason. This is not for everyone. We want a closer, a hunter, someone. Oh, I hate it with sales jobs. List stuff like this. Oh, we want a killer. We want a hunter. You're probably gonna be selling like ovens or something. We want a closer, a hunter. Someone who doesn't flinch when the pressure's on and doesn't sleep until the deal is done. This is not account management, not lead nurturing. This is old school, straight line, no fluff selling. You will sell or starve in this role. Okay, so is it a commission only role then? You will sell or starve. I hate this. Oh my god, you can just tell the person who listed this has watched The Wolf of Wall Street and is taking that as like inspiration. He thinks Jordan Belfort is someone to aspire to be. Earnings range from $300,000 to $500,000 per year. I guarantee it doesn't. I just guarantee it doesn't. This is not a gimmick or MLM scheme. The money is real if you are. Right, so it's not a salary then, is it? The money is real if you will sell or starve in this role. So it's not a 300 grand salary. There is only one qualification to apply. You must submit a current year pay stub showing 100k plus year-to-date income. No exceptions if you're not already... You're not ready for this. I'm going to be real. Like, if someone's successful enough to be making over $100,000 a year, I don't think they're going to fall for this absolute bullshit. I don't think they're going to go, yeah, I'm going to leave my wonderful, well-paying $100,000 plus a year role to join the carnivore crew and maybe make 300 grand a year, but probably not because that's not actually really being listed as a salary. And they told me I will either sell or starve. You must also include a resume. No need for a cover letter. We'll know if you're the real deal by the numbers. We don't want smooth talkers. We want finishers. If the word no gets your blood pumping, okay, that could be read the wrong way. They should have probably proofread this. If the word no gets your blood pumping, if you feel personally insulted by lost sales, oh, that's just a horrible way to live life. Like you feel personally attacked when you like lose out on money or sales. That's such a horrible way to live life. You're just destined for misery. Feel insulted by lost sales. My god. And if you've never accepted a base salary because it felt like an insult, yeah, that's what they want. Yeah, they don't want you to accept a base salary. They want you to commission only. They're trying to demonize a base salary. And if you've never accepted a base salary because it felt like an insult, then you're the kind of animal we're after. If you've never accepted a base salary. What? What the fuck is this? How are they trying to demonize a base salary? Because a base salary is different to a set salary. If you have a set salary, you don't make more than that number per year. If you have a base salary, you get bonuses on top of that. A base salary is just pay you're guaranteed. What do you mean? You've never accepted a base salary because it felt like an insult? What the fuck are you want? What is this for? Sales rep job, meat eaters only, no hand holding, no script, no apologies, just a fast track to six-figure commissions. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, six-figure. Of course you will. Of course you're gonna make six-figure commissions. Of course. Why would they lie? This is so shit. I guarantee nobody has applied for this that is actually making over 100 grand a year. This place sounds like a blast to work at, possibly the worst job listing ever. Full-time position for mature/responsible graphic designer. Thriving business seeks a responsible, mature, trustworthy individual with graphic design skills to fill a full-time office position. We've had such incredibly bad experiences with irresponsible people who do not want to work. They show up late, they don't show up at all, or they take a week to punch out one rat card. Don't know what that is. Don't know if that's a long time to punch out a rat card. If you have graphic design experience, want a steady full-time job, and if you are reliable, not on drugs, not an alcoholic, and can show up to work every day, please submit your resume immediately. This doesn't seem that outrageous. You know, the requirement for this job so far is turning up for work, not being on drugs, and not being an alcoholic. I don't know why they need to specify not on drugs and not an alcoholic in the job description. Please do not apply if you're not seeking a steady full-time job that requires you to show up to work every day. Let's not waste our time or yours with the interview process and with the training. Can you tell we are frustrated with the irresponsible artistic types? Yeah, probably. So far, this doesn't actually seem that bad. This is serious work. We need you at your desk every day punching out our various marketing assignments. You will also be asked to handle other miscellaneous office assignments, so you must be open to that. Those include running errands, answering the phones from time to time, retrieving info at various locations for marketing purposes. This position is open immediately. Tell me when you can interview. Bring your resume and portfolio to the interview. Serious employment candidates only, please. Time is valuable. We'll start you at $13 an hour, 40 hour. $13 an hour? What's that in quids? That's £9.66 an hour. What, for a skilled graphics designer? £9.66. I'm pretty sure as an adult you get paid more than that at McDonald's. How much? What is the minimum wage in the UK? Yeah, so the minimum wage in the UK for over 21s is £12.21. That's like this is nearly £3 an hour less than UK minimum wage. That's insane. Oh my God, they've bumped the salaries. What the fuck? I'm just looking at the government website. £7.55 an hour for under 18s. Man, when I had a job about 10 years ago, I was getting paid £5.10 an hour, and I think the minimum wage was like, I think it was like £4.90, so I was getting just over minimum wage. Then again, I guess inflation is a thing, but still, damn, I would have killed for £7.55 an hour at 16. I understand £7.55 was a stronger amount of money 10 years ago, but wow. If I had £7.55 an hour, I would be a balling 16-year-old. Let's work out how much. So they're saying $13 an hour, 40-hour week. Let's figure out how much that is a month. Right, $9.66 times 40. So per week, that is £386. For a 40-hour work week, that is absolutely dismal. And then times that by, it's usually about 4 weeks in the month, isn't it? 1,500 a month. And that's all you get for 40 hours a week. That's insane. If you are here for 6 months, we will give you an automatic raise to $15 an hour. How generous. And if you are here for a year, we will bonus you $500. How generous. And if you are here for 2 years, we will bonus you $1,000 on your 2-year anniversary. That's actually quite good. It would just be much nicer if they paid you well in the beginning. I found it the worst job posting. Below is a story about Jill. I'm guessing this is a hypothetical person. She is a perfect fit for our company culture. Read on to find out if you are too. That's such a LinkedIn buzz phrase, isn't it? Company culture. When Jill comes to work, she doesn't play around. She responds immediately to calls and emails. And although her workload is very full this week, she doesn't complain. Jill wants to know from her boss how she is doing at work, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. She wants to improve each day, so she needs and desires this feedback to know what to work on. Yeah. To be fair, that is I'm guessing they're trying to describe their ideal employee. I think that's fair enough. Is she defensive when something goes wrong? Nope. Does she blame others? Nope again. Jill takes 100% responsibility for the results she achieves. When she doesn't get the desired results, it makes her unhappy, and she figures out how to fix the situation. When you open, oh my God, what? Wow, they're going into email organization here. When you open Jill's email box, what do you see? It's organized, and she is on top of everything. What about Jill's workspace? It is also organized and even prepared in advance. Jill's car, always clean. Jill takes pride in being organized and detail-oriented. This actually doesn't seem that bad so far. They are basically just describing the perfect person that doesn't exist, though. When Jill comes to work, she is there to work, not to socialize, gossip, or play on her phone. She is early to work. Yeah, they want a robot. These people want a robot. She is early to work and to her appointments. Jill doesn't need people to motivate her. She's been driven since she was knee-high to a grasshopper. What's going on here? You could just say you want a detail-oriented, hard-working person. Jill works to make money for her family, but she is also motivated by the fulfillment that comes from knowing her job is making a difference in her community. Jill sounds great, almost perfect, so there has to be a catch. There is. Jill does not like working with Jack. As a matter of fact, Jack is not a fit for Jill or for Invest Home Pro. Want to know why? Read this office poem. Mate, what? Am I going to read a fucking poem? Read this office poem to see why Jack is a better fit somewhere else. Okay, let's see. Near a water cooler far, far away, a company ponders what went astray. We made a mistake and hired Jack. Now his old employer won't take him back. Late today for the 10th time. Oh no, communication with the boss happening slow. Is today the day Jack learns a new skill? No, not now. I don't think he ever will. Could self-improvement solve this problem? No, Jack thinks his work is awesome. We didn't hit our result. This is the most corporate thing I think I've ever read in my life. We didn't hit our results. Can Jack explain why? Probably someone else's fault. He's leaving early. Bye. That desk is a mess. How do you get things done? I will look at it tomorrow. Got to run. What can we do to help Jack be more driven? Nothing. That's just how Jack has always been living. Yeah, to be fair, Jack doesn't sound like an ideal employee. I just hate the way this is written. Can't you just say you're looking for a hardworking, detail-oriented person? This is such nonsense. Now, if after reading this you think you may be a good fit, let's get to more of the details and specifics. I don't know who on earth is applying for that. Probably the most pretentious job posting I've ever seen. This is not your ordinary job, starting wage $14 an hour. Yeah, it's a very low paid job. I'm looking for people who are good storytellers. I'm looking for people who enjoy puns and wordplay and jokes. I'm looking for people who can discuss history and politics and the latest Harry Potter novel. There hasn't been one for about fucking 15 years or more than that. Nearly 20. How old is this? This is from 2017, the latest Harry Potter novel. You're about 10 years late. And want to know about climate change and the future of self-driving cars and the problems of immortality. I'm looking for people who aren't just interested in one thing. What is this job for? It's all grunt work. Most tasks I can teach you in 15 minutes. After a few hundred repetitions, you are good at it. You work with me planting trees, pruning, transplanting, weeding. Okay, so it's a gardening job. Why do you need them to be good at wordplay? You're fucking planting trees, mate. Mowing, irrigation maintenance, moving trees. This job doesn't pay well. Hours are typically 20 to 35 hours a week. Okay, that's not actually that long. But if you're getting paid, what was it, $14 an hour and you're only working 20 hours a week, you're not going to be able to sustain yourself. But to start, generally less than that. Until I trust you to work on your own. That trust gets you another $1 an hour too. Oh, wow. How generous. I'm not interested in you if you can only talk about girls and sports or if you can only talk about boys and fashions. Yes, this is a gardening job for the intellectual, if you will. Need not bother applying unless you have read the entire of the Count of Monte Cristo. Need not bother applying unless you have been accepted into a top 5 university in the world. I am not interested in you, and if you don't have a library card, and you better be able to rattle off a dozen books that you've read in the last year, attach a screenshot scan of your library card. What? Rattle off at least a dozen books you've read in the last year? I'm gonna be honest, this is a very niche job listing. Don't send me a resume, send me an email with answers to the following questions. Estimate the cost of your commute to work here, show your work and assumptions. Are you prepared what you have with you for the first day? Assume the date is April 15th, so we may have all fuel or seasons in one day. What books have you read recently? What's this guy's thing with books? What have you read recently? Yes, you can include books from your classes, but be ready to talk about what's in them. So don't include the boring ones. This list should include at least a dozen titles and be from multiple genres and include some non-fiction. This is for a gardening. What? If this was for the job of an English teacher, I'd understand. This is for the job of someone who's going to be doing weeding. I understand he wants someone to talk to about, I don't know, something he's interested in, but this is a really narrow pool of people you're going after. And include some non-fiction. I have one gal who'd only read the Bible and the Twilight vampire books. Not good enough. What? Sorry. Question number 4. What are the top problems that our society faces over the next 30 years? What is your top 10 list of most frequently played tunes or musical pieces? Number 6, can you lift a 5-gallon bucket of water onto the bed of a pickup without spilling it? That's a very different question to the last two. I'm guessing this is for a copywriting job. But if you're looking for a cushy job with tons of time off, healthcare benefits, ping pong tables, and the ability to switch off when you leave the office, this isn't for you. If you get overwhelmed easily and your life is a mess, this isn't for you. What is copywriting? Because it must be a pretty intense thing if you're not allowed to switch off after you leave the office. What does a copywriter do? A copywriter is often tasked with taking complex material and presenting it in a clear and concise way that's easy to understand. understand, making it more relatable for readers. That doesn't really sound so intense that you can't take time off. If you get overwhelmed easily and your life is a mess, this isn't for you. If you strive to do the bare minimum or think that simply getting tasks done is doing a great job, then this isn't for you. Working at requires you to be a winner, not a whiner. It requires you to go above and beyond, not because you have to, but because you want to. It's who you are. We are looking for high performers who are so effective that they can do the work of 2 people without breaking a sweat. We are a performance-based company that rewards hitting outcomes and not completing tasks. On our team, 80% of success is not just showing up. To be successful with us, you must actually move the needle by helping our business generate more revenue, become more profitable, and help our clients succeed. That's it. This isn't a place to work if you're looking for a job. Wait, what? This isn't a place to work if you're looking for a job. It's a job listing. But rather a fulfilling career where you can grow to your fullest potential. In our minds, work-life balance is a fairy tale. The reality is that your work affects your life and your life affects your work. That's why we practice work-life integration. Oh, I hate... That is my least favorite of the LinkedIn buzz phrases. Work-life integration. It just sounds like something that fucking James Watt would say, doesn't it? We believe in living a good life, a life built on freedom. But freedom doesn't mean doing nothing and living the 4-hour work week, leaving you bored out of your mind. Yeah, but I think living a life built on freedom means being able to switch off. Okay, so this is I don't know what job this is for, but you need a 4-year degree, and the salary is, this is a non-paying job. Applicants must fundraise for their own salary. What does that mean? What does this is a non-paying job, applicants must fundraise for their own salary mean? What does that, what do you mean they must fundraise? Well, they must go around basically begging people. Benefits applicants will receive on-the-job experience. Oh, wow. Oh, that's class. Oh, they get on-the-job experience. That's fucking brilliant. That's so worth it. What a ridiculous job listing. That one's actually pissed me off a bit. Yeah, you're not going to be getting paid. You're actually going to have to, like, ask your friends and relatives to give you your salary. But you get on-the-job experience. That's worth a lot. Okay, of course this is a LinkedIn post. We lost a dear friend and team member last week. Was a project manager / customer service rep. If you work with her, you will miss her. If you have experience in the mail production industry, ideally in working in customer service at a mail or print service provider, and are interested in moving to the best place to work in the mail industry, you should drop me a line. In the same post that you announce someone has died, you're looking to fill her role already. At least give it a few days. Come on. Sales position at some kind of AI startup backed by Teal. Please understand and agree with our values before applying. In-person working, New York City. 7-day work week. 7 days. No remote / hybrid. A players only. Only A players can hire A players. We'd rather hire 1 A player and pay an above market amount than hire 3 B players and pay market value. I think that's fair. Going, we want the best person we can get. That's a fair statement. Drive. You're hungry to do what it takes for us to win. You likely have a massive chip on the shoulder and or a neurodivergent brain. Work is a key part of your identity / fulfillment in life. Ryan, we work / text on weekends and at night. It's okay to send messages at 3 a.m. It's okay to send messages at 3 and are you expecting a response at 3 a.m? If you're expecting a response at 3 a.m, I think that's unreasonable. Urgency. Do in a day what usually takes weeks. In a day what usually takes weeks? I don't know if that's possible. Run through walls to get things done. Respond in minutes or seconds instead of hours. Shameless. Be extremely annoying if it means winning. Check in on things 10 times daily. Double or quadruple text if someone hasn't responded. Call them too. Fast firing. If someone isn't an A player, we part ways quickly. Please be okay with this. We do paid trials to help de-risk this. Mission driven. Make things go viral as a mission sounds fun to you. Oh god. Wear many hats. No job is not your job. Some of these are reasonable, but a lot of them are just like, it's just like sort of tech startup nonsense. So someone's seen this on a job listing. No side hustles are allowed. If you are on my team, you will be earning more money than you've ever made in the past, but that only comes with hard work and focus. Having a side business, a YouTube channel, or any other side gig meant to make you money is not tolerated, and if you're not willing to give up your side hustle, this is not for you. I think you should, I don't know. I think if a side hustle interferes with the work, then that's fair enough to say, you should probably, it's one or the other. But like a YouTube channel? Really? What, like a YouTube channel is more of a hobby. It's not, most of the time it's not going to be a side hustle. I think saying you're not allowed to have a YouTube channel is a bit It's a bit much. Definitely a bit much. Another typical Dubai job posting. I've heard so many stories. Okay, I'm guessing this is a real estate company. Yep, real estate. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this company, but I know a lot of the sort of real estate companies in the UAE are just, they don't pay a salary. They're commission only. They get naive and impressionable people to pick up their life and move out there. And most of the time, they don't make enough money to make it out there, so they just move back home. But you get these people, like, I know people that have like these companies pop up to them on LinkedIn and stuff to try and get them to join their company to move out there. They're kind of told they'll make like a good commission on the side. But I don't know. I think unless you're getting a set salary, it's all bullshit. We're looking for a junior digital marketer for this once-in-a-lifetime role. Oh, once-in-a-lifetime role. You will never get the opportunity to be a junior digital marketer for an estate agent ever again. You'll be expected to lead, execute, and innovate across every imaginable marketing vertical and several that don't exist yet. How are they going to do that then? You'll also take on responsibilities that span multiple departments, because at our company, job descriptions are more of a vibe. I hate the wording of this. Now they got their key responsibilities that I'm not going to read because I don't know, boring. Qualification: 12 plus years of experience in digital marketing, advertising, branding, and sorcery. Right, these are a lot of qualifications. By the looks of it, 12 years of experience in digital marketing, and it's a junior role. Perks and benefits: flexible working hours. You'll be expected to always be available. Startup culture, which means no clarity, no hierarchy, and no mercy. Startup culture is so cringe. I hate it. Because a lot of it is just like unnecessarily mean. Like they've seen like The Social Network or something, and they're like, yeah, it just means you have to be always on. You have to be always on, always working. This is an estate agent's, man. Great exposure to burnout, chaos, and character development. Monthly team lunches. Unless budgets are tight, then it's just team. Performance incentives. Public recognition on Slack, and a thumbs up from your manager. Is that the performance incentive? A thumbs up, a passive thumbs up emoji. Open door policy. We don't believe in doors or boundaries. What the fuck does that mean? Unlimited learning, because no one will teach you anything. Are you ready to do the needful? Submit your resume, portfolio, and a 2-minute self-shot video telling us why you're obsessed with real estate marketing. No one is obsessed with real estate. No one on this planet is obsessed with real estate marketing. Use natural light and royalty-free music. Okay, I'm guessing they're gonna be putting these videos on social media. That's all you could assume from, oh yeah, please use royalty-free music. This is going on their Instagram. You're gonna get embarrassed. There's gonna be a video of you on the internet talking about how obsessed you are with one of the most boring jobs in the world. Job on Upwork: $5 to post 50 articles, 10 cents per article. So this is a $5 budget. Anyone could do this job. Total 50 articles. Upload budget is $5. Time is 2 days. Upload 50 articles at WordPress. No one's going for that. 10p an article. How long's an article going to take you to make? Like an hour? Maybe 2? I'm guessing they mean like kind of like news articles. Hi, I'm a single busy mum with 2 children. My son is 3 and my daughter's 5, and I'm looking for a live-in nanny to help with before and after school and occasional weekends. I'm looking to give my room out for about $400 a month. I usually rent the room for $700, but because you will be helping me with the children, that is what the cost will be, $400 a month. Right. So you're giving them a $300 discount on a room in your house to be a live-in nanny. Like, I'm guessing like 7 days a week live-in nanny for basically $300 a month and no choice of where you live. Sick. That sounds like a sick job. Another LinkedIn post. I love LinkedIn posts. This is very disappointing. I'll be taking down this post in 24 hours. So I did a hiring post that got a good response. And we've got about 80 submissions on it for the full stack SDE full-time role. I have no idea what that is. On checking the submissions, almost none of the submissions have done the take-home challenge project that was asked for. And people have just filled up their raw details, sharing some other random project URLs. This is a very big problem with hiring via LinkedIn nowadays. A lot of spam entries from people who's filling up 100 other jobs in bulk. There's a reason many are not able to get jobs. And the stuff. Why is he capitalizing like such strange words? Like most of these words do not need capitalization. To get jobs, and startups are not able to select good talents, and the reason is the same. If you're filling up for your interest, first of all, writing interested won't help at all. Second, please show some effort that you're inclined towards a job and not apply in bulk anywhere. Okay, right. What is going on here? We'll be closing this form in a week from now. The take-home challenge is to build a web app that would take almost 25 hours in total to complete it with your experience. can see why no one's done the take-home challenge. It's because it takes 25 hours. You want them to build a web app that would take 25 hours. Why the fuck would they do that at only a chance of a job? What an insane thing to expect of people. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll give you a job.